Antagonist, leaning forward, voice low but sharp. I don't care about tickets. Move. Now. Child, glances up. Voice calm but firm. I'm not moving. Antagonist, snapping. A vein pulsing in his temple. Excuse me? Do you even understand what I'm saying? Father, slight tilt of the head, voice steady. I understand perfectly. And he will remain where he is supposed to sit. Flight attendant, hesitant, fingers hovering over the intercom. Sir, he does have a valid seat assignment. Antagonist, interrupting, a hiss. Do you know who I am? Father, leaning closer, voice quiet, controlled. I don't need to. Authority isn't in titles, it's in actions. Respect this boy's space. Passenger 2, whispering to neighbor. I can't believe this is happening. Neighbor, nodding slightly, voice low. Just watch. Something's about to change. Antagonist, muttering under breath, teeth clenched. This is ridiculous. Why is no one doing anything? Child, meeting his gaze for a moment, voice barely audible. You can't frighten me. Not here. Not now. Narration. The arrogance that once filled the cabin feels brittle, fragile, as patience and quiet courage occupy the space between them. Every pause, every glance weighs heavier than a shout. The oppressor senses the shift, but cannot grasp it. Flight attendant, finally firm, standing straighter. Sir, he remains in his assigned seat. Antagonist swallows. Jaw tightening, eyes darting nervously toward other passengers. Whispered conversations ripple across the cabin. Father, softly, almost to himself. This is what calm authority looks like. No yelling, no chaos. Just dignity standing firm. Child exhales slowly, returning to the book. A subtle nod passes between them, small, quiet, but unbreakable. The cabin feels different now, charged, awaiting the next move. Child, looking up briefly, voice calm. I'm staying. Antagonist, eyes narrowing, voice low but tense. Do you even know who I am? Do you understand what I could do? Father, leaning slightly, voice firm but measured. You don't need to. He has every right to this seat. Respect isn't earned through fear, it's shown through action. Flight attendant, hesitant, glancing at other passengers. Sir, he is in the correct seat. Antagonist, interrupting, muttering under his breath. Unbelievable. Why isn't anyone doing what I ask? Passenger 1, whispering to neighbor, voice shaky. Is he seriously doing this mid-flight? Neighbor, nodding subtly, barely audible. Just wait. Something's about to happen. Child, voice soft, steady, almost a whisper. You can't scare me. Not here, not now. Narration. Every word, every pause stretches longer than it should. The arrogance of entitlement feels brittle, as if the boy's quiet courage presses against it, revealing cracks no one dared see before. The father's calm eyes communicate more than any shouting ever could. Flight attendant, finally speaking with authority. Sir, he remains in his assigned seat. Please respect that. Antagonist, jaw tightening, hands clenching the armrest. This is ridiculous. Everyone is watching? Father, voice low, almost a murmur. And everyone is noticing who truly holds authority. It isn't in anger. It's in restraint, patience, and dignity. Child returns to the book, exhaling slowly. A slight nod from the father, subtle but full of meaning. The cabin's atmosphere shifts, tense, yes, but now carrying the weight of quiet justice. Whispered conversations ripple, eyes dart, and the oppressor realizes that the space he thought he controlled is no longer his. Flight attendant, hesitating, hand hovering over the intercom. Sir, I'm not sure what to do. Antagonist, voice sharp, almost panicked. You have to do something. Move him, now! Father, leaning back slightly, voice calm, steady. The rules are clear. He stays. You may follow protocol or prejudice, but not both. Passenger 1, whispering to spouse. Is she going to make him move? Spouse, nodding subtly, whispering, I don't think so. Watch her face. She's unsure. Narration. The cabin holds its breath. Every passenger senses the tension, the small crack in authority, the hesitation of those trained to follow orders, now confronted by dignity and moral clarity. Power feels heavier when it hesitates. Flight attendant, voice barely above a whisper. Sir, he has a valid seat. Antagonist, cutting in, muttering, trembling slightly. Why isn't anyone listening to me? Child, looking briefly at the antagonist, voice soft, unwavering. I am not moving. It's not your choice. Father, low, quiet, but firm. You see? Control isn't about shouting or threats. It's about standing where you belong. Passenger 2, murmuring, leaning toward neighbor. I think he's realizing something. Narration. The oppressor's mask begins to crack. The silence around them presses harder than any shout could. The balance of power is shifting, not through force, but through quiet, undeniable courage. The cabin itself feels different now, charged with restrained authority. Flight attendant, finally straightening, voice firm. He stays. This is his assigned seat. Antagonist exhales sharply, eyes darting to other passengers, realizing every gaze now measures him. The father nods once to the child, almost imperceptibly. The air is heavy, but the space belongs to dignity. Father, voice low, reflective, almost to himself. It's not the first time, you know. These moments, they build, child, curious, quiet. What do you mean? Father, pausing, gaze distant. Schools, restaurants, even flights before this. Small things, glances, whispers, rules bending for others, doors closing for us. You notice it early, and it shapes you. Narration. The cabin hums around them, but his words weigh heavier than the engines. Each recollection a quiet scar, a reminder of the invisible barriers, of entitlement and bias worn like armor by others. Passenger 1, murmuring to neighbor. He's talking. About what happened before? Neighbor, softly. Yes, you can hear it in his voice. Father, turning to child. Calm but firm. Every time someone thinks they can push you or ignore you, remember, you've seen it before, and you've stood tall. That calm is your strength, antagonist mutters under breath, irritation creeping in. This is absurd. Why is no one reacting the way I want? Child, quietly, eyes steady. Because some of us understand what's right. Some of us don't need to shout to be seen. Flight attendant, glancing between the two, whispers to herself. I've seen this before too, and I'll do what's right this time. Father, soft, measured, almost a whisper to the child. Remember, dignity isn't loud. It's steady. It's silent, but it bends the world around you. Narration. Every word is a thread connecting past injustices to present courage. The cabin feels charged, as if the air itself remembers every slight, every push, every act of subtle bias. And in this moment, quiet strength outshines arrogance, shaping the future mid-flight. Father, voice steady, low, commanding without force. Listen closely. Control isn't about raising your voice. It's about standing firm in what's right. Child, soft, curious. Even when everyone is staring? Father nodding slightly. Especially then. Strength is silent. Observe, respond, never react out of fear. That's authority. Flight attendant glancing nervously at him, whispering, Sir, should I? Father, cutting in gently but firmly. Do what's right. Not what's convenient. Antagonist, glaring, muttering under breath, voice tense. Convenient? I've never been ignored like this. Passenger 1, whispering, eyes wide. He's not yelling. He's calm. It's unsettling. Narration. The cabin feels different now. Each pause, each measured word carries weight. The father's restraint radiates authority more sharply than any raised hand. Around him, subtle acknowledgement ripples. Observers sensing that true control rests not in dominance, but in composure. Flight attendant, taking a deep breath, voice firmer. Sir, he remains in his assigned seat. Antagonist, jaw tightening, hands gripping the armrest. You, all of you. Child, quietly with dignity. It's not about us. It's about what's right. Father, calmly, almost a whisper to the child, exactly. Let actions speak. Words alone are empty if not carried by integrity. Passenger 2, leaning toward neighbor, murmuring, I think he's realizing he doesn't have control here. Narration. Every glance, every subtle nod, every whispered acknowledgement shifts the balance. The oppressor's arrogance falters silently while quiet courage claims the cabin. Calm authority reshapes the environment, showing that dignity alone can bend the strongest arrogance without a single shout. Child, softly, almost to himself. It happens everywhere, doesn't it? Father, eyes on the antagonist, calm, measured. Yes, at school, restaurants, on streets, subtle, hidden. People think ignoring you is easier than admitting bias. Passenger 1, leaning toward neighbor, whispering, he's talking about more than this flight. It's all around us. Neighbor, nods quietly, tense. I've seen it. Never spoke up. Antagonist, snapping, frustrated whisper. Why is he telling stories now? What's the point? Father, turning slightly, voice calm, unwavering. The point is awareness. Ignoring microaggressions makes them invisible. Acting quietly, deliberately, creates consequences without violence. Flight attendant, hesitating, then softly. Sir, I think I understand now. I'll follow your guidance. Child, looking up, voice steady. They can't silence us with a glance or a word. Not if we hold ourselves steady. Passenger 2, murmuring, impressed. Look at him, just standing there calm and everyone's listening. Antagonist, voice low, anger and panic creeping in. This isn't fair. I've never been contradicted like this, in front of people. Father, soft, firm, almost a whisper to the child. Fairness isn't guaranteed, but dignity can't be taken if you don't give it away. Narration. The subtle injustices, once invisible, now hang in the air, acknowledged by every quiet observer. The antagonist's arrogance begins to unravel silently, microaggressions exposed, power shifting without a single loud confrontation. Composure and quiet authority bend the environment itself. Child, calm, unwavering. We're seen now, not ignored. Father, nods once, faint smile. Exactly. Visibility is power, but dignity is strength. Passengers glance at each other, realization dawning. The air in the cabin shifts. Silence now carries weight and subtle truths are laid bare. Flight attendant, voice barely audible, trembling. Sir, I don't know what to do. Protocol says one thing. Conscience says another. Passenger 1, whispering to neighbor. He's right. Someone should have spoken up earlier. Neighbor, eyes darting to the antagonist, soft voice. I thought it wasn't my place. I didn't want trouble. Child, calm, eyes forward. It isn't trouble. It's justice. Quiet justice. That's what changes things. Father, nodding slightly, low voice. Exactly. Dignity is never loud, but it is noticed. Antagonist, jaw tightening, muttering under breath. This is ridiculous. Everyone is staring. Everyone's judging me. Passenger 2, to spouse, whispering, tense. Look at him. The arrogance is cracking. Did you see that? Flight attendant, taking a slow breath, voice firmer. I will follow what's right. Not fear, not bias. It's your seat. He stays. Antagonist, snapping, voice rising slightly, panic creeping in. You can't do this. This isn't fair. I have rights. Father, firm, calm, slicing through tension. Rights are not permission to harm dignity. Calm yourself. Observe before you speak. Child, soft, clear. It's not about fairness for you. It's about respect for everyone. Narration. The cabin holds its collective breath. Whispers swell into acknowledgement. The subtle power of observation grows. Eyes that once looked away now meet the truth. The oppressor's composure falters. Authority is no longer assumed. It is observed, silently contested. Passenger 3, quietly, to friend. I never thought I'd see someone stand so still. Yet hold the room like this. Antagonist, hands shaking slightly, muttering to himself. How is this happening? Father whispering to child. Notice, this is the space where courage quietly wins. Passengers shift in their seats, small nods exchanged, acknowledgement settling like a tide. The oppressor's mask, once seamless, now shows the first cracks. Antagonist, voice tight, forcing civility. This is unacceptable. You can't just... Father, cutting in softly, calm. I can because right is on our side. And patience has its own power. Passenger 1, whispering to neighbor, tense. Did you hear that? He's not shouting, but you feel it. Neighbor, eyes wide. Voice low. I've never seen anyone command silence without yelling. Antagonist, jaw tightening, muttering under breath. Everyone's staring. This isn't real. It can't be real, child, quiet, steady. It is real, and it's all around us. You only notice when dignity refuses to bend. Flight attendant, hands gripping cart nervously, voice barely audible. Sir, I just need clarity. What do you want me to do? Father, leaning slightly forward, measured tone. Do what's right. Not what's easiest, not what fear dictates. Stand with truth, not bias. Antagonist, fumbling with boarding pass, whispering, I have rights. Narration. The cabin breathes differently now. The subtle authority of calm, the quiet assertion of correctness, shifts perception. Observers lean forward unconsciously. Eyes flicker with realization. The oppressor's confidence thins, cracks appearing where arrogance once dominated. Passenger 2, softly to friend. He's unraveling. Quietly. You can feel it. Neighbor, nodding, whispering. The boy, the father. They don't even raise their voices. And yet, child, meeting antagonist's gaze, soft. You can't command respect with anger. It's earned with restraint. Father, nodding, voice low but firm. Remember that. Power isn't in volume. It's in the effect you leave behind. Antagonist, breathing fast, hands shaking slightly. How is this happening? Flight attendant, resolute. Sir, please understand. The rules are clear. Your request cannot override fairness. Passengers glance at each other, subtle nods exchanged, acknowledgement settling. The tension tightens, the quiet storm gathering force, every second charged with imminent shift. Antagonist, voice low, strained. This isn't happening. You can't. Father, calm, measured. It is happening, and it's long overdue. Passenger 1, whispering, look at him. He's shaking. Never seen someone like this. Neighbor, quietly to friend. The arrogance, it's just falling apart. Antagonist, gripping armrest, muttering, I have influence. Connections. People will... Child, soft, steady. No one is above accountability. Not you. Not anyone. Flight attendant. Nervous, voice barely above a whisper. Sir, please, we need calm. You're upsetting everyone. Antagonist, eyes darting, hands trembling. They should obey me. Narration. The cabin breathes tension. Every heartbeat stretches. Pride crumbles quietly, invisible to those who expect rage. The father's unwavering composure acts as a mirror, reflecting the emptiness of entitlement. Observers' eyes follow, sensing the shift in power without a single shout. Passenger 2, whispering to neighbor. He's unraveling, and silently. You can almost hear it in the silence. Neighbor, nodding. Tone low. It's like watching a king lose his crown without anyone touching it. Father, leaning slightly, soft but firm. Control is not granted by arrogance. It's earned through respect, integrity, and restraint. Remember that. Antagonist, breathing fast, whispering to self, I can't. This isn't child, meeting antagonist's gaze, calm. We didn't need to fight. Your pride did it for you. Passenger 3, softly in awe. The silence says more than words ever could. Flight attendant, quietly, resolute. Sir, please understand. You are no longer in charge. The rules are clear. Narration. Every glance, every hushed whisper reinforces the shift. The oppressor stands exposed alone while quiet dignity claims the cabin. Power no longer belongs to rage, but to measured restraint. Flight attendant, voice steady, commanding, yet calm. Sir, please return to your seat. The rules are clear, and this behavior cannot continue. Antagonist, stammering, clutching armrest. I have every right. You can't. Father, calm, unwavering. Every right is meaningless when it tramples dignity. Sit down, passenger 1, whispering, awed. Did he just enforce that so quietly? Neighbor, leaning slightly, voice low. No shouting, no yelling, just authority. Child, softly, eyes fixed forward. It's not about fear, it's about respect. Flight attendant, nods subtly to colleague. Follow his instructions. He knows what he's doing. Keep the cabin calm, colleague. Hesitant whispers back. Yes, it's working. He's handling it differently. Narration. The cabin holds its collective breath. Power has shifted without violence, without loud confrontation. The child's composure radiates integrity. The father's quiet command ripples influence, and even the air feels lighter. Observers feel morality taking root in stillness, a lesson unfolding in hushed reverence. Passenger 2, to friend, voice low. I can't believe how he's handling this. No drama, no spectacle. And yet, look at him. He's powerless now, neighbor, nodding quietly. Poetic justice. It's like watching a storm settle into clarity. Antagonist, mutters, defeated, voice trembling. This isn't fair. They'll regret this. Father, leaning slightly firm. The only thing that will be remembered is dignity. Yours is gone. Ours remains. Child, soft, resolute. Some lessons don't need voices. Some victories are quiet. Passenger 3, whispering emotional. It's viral. Even in silence, you can feel it. Narration. The oppressor is exposed, stripped of pride, while quiet dignity dominates. In a suspended cabin, morality triumphs. The moment etches itself into memory, a silent yet indelible imprint of justice. Passenger 1, softly to companion, awe in voice. Did you see that? The way it all ended. No yelling, no chaos. Just him, quiet in control. Passenger 2, nodding, whispering. I've never witnessed anything like it. Even the staff, they followed his lead without a word. Flight attendant, to colleague, low, reflective. This changes how people see authority. Calm, composed, and yet undeniable. Colleague, hesitant, almost in disbelief. He didn't raise his voice. No threats, and yet you feel it. Power shifted just like that. Antagonist, mutters under breath, tense, isolated. I can't believe this. Everyone's staring. They'll remember this. Narration. The cabin empties slowly, leaving echoes of tension and awareness. Every whispered conversation becomes a reflection on privilege, arrogance, and consequence. Outside, cameras capture still frames of the fallen ego, while social media amplifies the moment, immortalizing the lesson in subtle yet undeniable resonance. Father, to child, quietly, steady. Do you feel it? Even silence can hold weight. What we do, how we act, it leaves marks. Child, soft, understanding. Yes, I can feel it. They're thinking, maybe even questioning themselves. Passenger 3, to friend, hushed. It's viral already. Clips, tweets, the world is seeing it. Finally, the arrogance can't hide behind money or status. Flight attendant, murmurs, reflective. Some lessons don't need noise. Some victories are quiet, but unforgettable. Antagonist, voice breaking, whispered, isolated. This isn't over. I'll recover. People will forget. Narration, but the cabin knows. Witnesses, passengers, staff, they will carry this moment. Accountability is no longer invisible. Privilege falters, reputation crumbles, and dignity, quiet, enduring, reigns. Social conscience awakens, subtle yet irrevocable. Father, eyes calm, to child, barely audible. You've shown more strength than he ever will. Remember that? Child, nodding quietly. It wasn't just me. It was all of us. Father, softly to child. Do you see it? Even in silence, the world changes when we hold our ground. Child, quiet, thoughtful. I felt it. All of them watching, thinking. Maybe even feeling ashamed. Father, nodding steady. Dignity isn't loud. It doesn't need applause, but it leaves a mark. Flight attendant, passing by, whispering to colleague. It's strange. No one screamed, no one cried, yet the entire cabin shifted. You could feel it. Colleague, hesitant, awed. I've never seen such quiet control. It's like a ripple that won't stop. Passenger 1, to neighbor, low voice. I'm already seeing it online. Videos, posts, everyone's talking. Finally, people are accountable without a fight. Passenger 2, quietly watching the father and child. It's remarkable, the way composure can disarm arrogance, how calm becomes authority. Child, glancing out the window, reflective. It wasn't just me. It was all of us. The passengers, the crew, everyone who stayed silent but noticed. Father, placing a hand gently on the child's shoulder. Exactly. Change isn't always loud. Sometimes it's quiet, deliberate. That's how we win, without rage, without breaking ourselves. Narration. The engines fade into a soft hum, empty seats reflecting the remnants of tension. Social media pulses with fragments of the moment, a digital echo amplifying the lesson. The cabin, once a stage for entitlement, now carries a quiet testament to restraint and moral clarity. Passenger 3, to friend, whispered, even the arrogant one, can't hide it. Pride shattered without a word spoken. The lesson is permanent. Father, smiling faintly to child. Remember this, it's never just about one person. Integrity is contagious and everyone can choose to pass it on. Child, nodding, a soft smile forming. I understand now. Strength isn't loud. It's steady, shared, and unforgettable.